And the notorious film is threatening not just U.S. diplomatic missions in the Arab world, but American interests in the region in general. Washington has spent a great deal of time and billions of dollars to befriend some Muslim countries, but all those efforts are now proving to have been in vain. RT's Marina Portnaya explains.
Anger is rising, rage is spreading, and American flags are burning throughout the Arab world. This isn't exactly the type of relationship Washington envisioned after Barack Obama became president.
I've come here to Cairo to seek a new beginning between the United States and Muslims around the world.
The new U.S. leader promised to turn the page and mend relations tarnished by George W. Bush's war on terror. He even granted his first foreign television interview to Al Arabiya, an Arabic language channel.
My job to the Muslim world is to communicate that the Americans are not your enemy.
Washington invested huge resources in building a massive social media presence comprised of nearly 200 different accounts to spread its message of friendship. By the end of last year, the U.S. had spent $70 million assisting foreign citizens with the resources to bypass online firewalls and censorship.
We must conceal this disgrace.
The bitter irony is that a YouTube clip posted by one American instantly buried massive efforts made by the U.S. government.
As Americans, we're being held hostage by a small group of extremist people here in America. I think when they put their views on YouTube, and now the technology is such that it can be seen all over the world, I think people in Egypt and Libya and some of these places don't understand freedom of speech, and they don't understand that this is not the view of most Americans. This is not the view of the U.S. government.
According to many experts, a large majority of the Arab world has grown too familiar with the anti-Muslim sentiment America is accused of cementing.
The policy of the Americans towards this part of the world is inadequate. It doesn't call for dialogue. It doesn't call for development. It doesn't call for progress. It calls for removing regimes because it suits American interests and some Western interests. It calls for war and invasion of Iraq, as we have seen, destruction of Afghanistan, no progress on the peace level in Palestine. It takes a spark for it to, all come out in violent forms, as we can see now on the screen. And this is what's happening.
Within 48 hours, the fury that began in Egypt spread to Libya, Yemen, Lebanon, and Iran. In Afghanistan, YouTube was shut down, but tensions in the Muslim world seem to be only increasing.
There has been a lot of simmering anti-American feeling right across the entire Arab world. It's there. It's worse in Pakistan, where polls show that over 90% of Pakistanis feeling America as their primary enemy. America's made a lot of blunders in the area, and it's made a lot of enemies.
In the Arab Spring countries, America helped revolutionize. The line between friend and foe has blurred. Despite all the time and money Washington has spent using the internet to promote its Islam-friendly foreign policy, the World Wide Web has also served as the platform that enabled one American extremist to infuriate millions overseas and derail years of progress. Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.